All right, guys, in this series, we're going to talk about what not selling, the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll start with the ugly. Negative reviews after giveaways. So you're doing a one-night stream, you do a giveaway, somebody wins it, you ship it out to them, and they either complain because it wasn't, an ETB, or they complain because they already had that card, and they leave you a negative review. Or like, for example, one of my last negative reviews was a surprise set, and I'm not a big streamer. I don't have money to do Surging Sparks packs as the floor. So that particular surprise set, I had literally labeled every single card, and he got exactly what he got on the wheel. It spun, and he left me a negative review saying it was a 2-cent card or 5-cent card. I don't even know what the card was. It was probably a reverse hollow. But that's why he got it for like $7 because it was a cheap card. Now, had he hit the, $550 Mewtwo PSA 10 from Crown Zenith, I promise you he would not have left me a bad review, right? So he only left me a bad review because he didn't hit the biggest price. Let's talk about the bad. The bad, not every seller on Whatnot is profitable. I mean, if you are not getting distribution and you're not getting your prismatic packs at $3 a pack, for example, and you're doing Rips You Hit, and you do, like it happened to me today, I had an auction go for $9, and then we ripped 4 packs. It happens a lot. I'm trying my hardest to not be negative on the stream, because I know people don't like that. I don't like it. It sucks. But what I would say is to those people who are new to Whatnot streaming on the selling side of it, is to be patient. As you do the dollar auctions, as more people come in, usually it will average out, right? The first 5 or 10 auctions of the stream, I never do well. Like, I'm always under $15 for prismatic, and I'm usually 20 or 30 packs deep, and I'm down, $200 or $300 before we even get into the meat of the stream. But eventually it does average out. Eventually you'll end up doing okay, hopefully, and you'll build your following, and you provide good customer service, and when you actually ship cards with care, it'll pay off, and eventually those people will come back, and you'll take care of your customers. And the good, sometimes you do make money. Sometimes you build good relationships and you make money. Today it started off kind of rough. I mean, I was probably down like $200 in the first 20 auctions, because I was doing the auctions at $1, and they would end at 10 or 11, and then we rip 3 or 4 packs, and then we do it again and again and again. And that's a risk. That's a risk that I have to take to do a rip and ship. That's just part of it, right? The house doesn't always win, contrary to popular belief. And now if you're doing set numbers, right? If you're doing to get in just $35 and you know your costs, that's different. You can probably do okay. But from what I found when I tried doing that, is that most people are looking for a deal, just like you would be if you were going into another room. And they don't want to get in. So then it gets slow, and then everybody leaves. And then for me, I would rather have the trade-off of having high action. Even if I lose $100 in the stream total, or lose $200, I would rather have the action and the fun and the of that kind of stuff than have me sit in a room by myself talking to the camera and not sell anything. That's not why I'm doing this. I don't necessarily need the money. Is it nice if I can make a profit and buy my kids an extra pack or 2? Sure, it absolutely is awesome. But I'm not gonna, I don't want to just sit there and stare at the screen all day. So the good is, not only that sometimes you can make money, the relationships. Something happened on stream today, and we were messing around because we didn't really hit any big cards today. We had to purchase an SIR, a couple other SIRs, but none of the evolutions that we're all looking for, right? And somebody had an idea to play taps, and I was like, at the time I wasn't really thinking about it, and I just, I played it, and because it was that's what it felt like, on the we didn't really hit any big cards, so it was kind of like, oh shit, that was kind of rough. And I started playing it, and then when the song came on, and it kind of just messed with my, my head a little bit, and it kind of shook me, and things started coming back. So I stopped it, and the guy apologized. He actually sent me a DM, and obviously it wasn't intentional, it wasn't his fault, obviously. But it was good that he reached out. It was good that we have that kind of community, that kind of relationship, and it felt good that I got to vent a little bit in the DM and vent about kind of what's going on and why I stream, and with how things have progressed. It's hard for me to kind of vent. I can't vent to show just the anxiety, that kind of stuff just doesn't it's really hard for me to be in public spaces like that. So streaming helps me talk to people, right? My wife's at work all day, my kids are at school, and it can be a little sketch sometimes out here, when you're alone with your thoughts sometimes. And I'm working through it, and streaming helps me do that. And I sincerely appreciate the guys that come in and just shoot the shit and say hi, and hey, ask me about my rate. Even though we're doing Pokemon cards, it's nice to. It's always nice to just talk, to just have somebody to talk to. So anyway, enough of my rant. Good, bad, the ugly with whatnot. Stick with it if you're a new seller. It'll pay off eventually. You're not going to make $1 million overnight. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Pokemon for about 10 months, 9 months. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of customer service. One thing I'm trying really hard to do that I did when I was doing the sports side, a year ago, was trying to get myself burnt out, where I was streaming every day and doing big breaks and shipping, 300 orders a day. That, I'm going to tell you something, I burn out so fast on that. But this seems a lot different. This I'm actually having fun with, and it's, even if I don't make money every stream, it gives me purpose, it gives me something to do. And my kids love ripping Pokemon. They love looking at the Umbreons when people hit them. When Gabe, one of our customers hit the 2 Umbreons in 5 packs, which I'll link the video because it's kind of cool to watch. My sons come in and say, "Oh my gosh, what's going on with Prismatic?" They hold 2 Umbreons in their hand at the same time. They like that stuff, but it's fun. That's why we're doing it, right? That's the whole purpose of Pokemon, is to have fun with it. And I just hope that you guys remember that when you're doing your business and you're doing your scalping. It's fun to rip packs. It's fun to do it on stream as well, and it's fun to have your kids do it too. So anyway, you guys stay safe out there, and be nice to your small one-night streamers. Okay? Cheers.